Born in the aftermath of the First World War, Aerofilms Ltd was the vision of Francis Wills. A trained architect, Francis had turned his hand to aerial photography while serving in the Royal Naval Air Service during the war. Aerofilms started out here, and this is their first ever photo. It shows their base, the London Flying Club at Hendon, which had been created by the men Francis Wills went into business with, aviation pioneer Claude Grahame-White and architect Herbert Matthews. Aviation was still in its infancy. The 1919 Air Navigation Act required aircraft flying over populated areas to maintain a height from which, in case of mechanical failure, they could glide to land safely outside the town or city. After this forced landing into Southwark Boating Lake, both Francis and the pilot were summoned to court. Flying over strategic sites like Dover Castle was prohibited by the Official Secrets Act. Scotland Yard warned Francis that prison cells are not pleasant. By 1929, Aerofilms were taking nearly 5,000 photos a year. Commissions ranged from private homes and farms to pleasure parks, factories, new housing and roads under construction. By the outbreak of the Second World War, the Aerofilms team's technical capabilities were renowned. The staff merged with the Air Ministry's photographic interpreters to become a new military intelligence unit. When the war ended, former staff were invited to return to their jobs as Aerofilms set out to record post-war Britain. Here they captured crowds at the 1951 Festival of Britain South Bank site in Lambeth. Between 1919, when it all began, and 2006, Aerofilms Ltd took more than 760,000 oblique aerial photos across the length and breadth of the country. 95,000 of their earliest photos, from 1919 to 1953, have been conserved and digitised. They're available online on the Britain from Above website.